A therapeutic dose. Early morning, eyes open wide. My beloved's waiting by my side. Four shimmering sunbeams calling me. She got a lovely shape. I hold her close. Every day, a therapeutic dose. Transported to the beach at Waikiki. Well, she thinks that she's the only one, but there's four-string cloning going on, and all my ukes are the only ones for me. So I touch her strings, make them sing every day, another feather added to my wings, and I call her my little jumping flea. There's a cute baritone blowing up my phone. Custom-made tenors won't leave me alone. Four shimmering sunbeams calling me. Got a great rapport with my music store. They see me coming and they open the door. Them luthiers sure fill my heart with glee. This one's got a tone, makes me wanna sing. I even consulted the I Ching. So excuse me while I strum an open C. Well, that's a D. I love them all, I just can't decide. All my four-string sweeties sitting by my side, and I call her my little jumping fleas. And I call her my little jumping fleas. Boom. I call her my little jumping fleas.
Everyone, how are you doing today? This is Stu here with another live stream ukulele lesson for you. So glad that you're here with me. I have something really special planned today, something I think you're going to find really helpful. So welcome. Hope you can stick around for the entire lesson. We're going to be going for just a little over an hour. Probably will wrap up right about 1 hour. And I hope you're doing well, so please let me know how you're doing in the chat. Say hello and let me know where you are from, where you're hanging out today. We got some people here from Maui. Aloha. We've got some good folks from Canada. Ponesavan, good to see you. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. John in Tampa, how are you doing? I miss my Florida peeps a lot, and so good to know that you are here. Thanks for joining me for another live stream broadcast. You know, while I'm getting things set up here and saying hello to you, let me know in a comment below if you can hear, if you can see okay. Want to make sure everything's good. Mario is here saying everything is good. So thank you, Mario. Glad you're here again. Erica from British Columbia is here. We got Jarmo from Finland. Hello. Norma Jean is here. Oh, and a fellow Stuart from Germany. Stuart Lloyd is here. Pete Bailey is in the house. Thank you so much. While we're saying hello, let me just let you know that these live streams are my way of connecting with you. This month, I'm going to be taking a few weeks off from doing them, however, as I get a few new things in store, some new online courses that I've been talking about, and also a couple of other live stream events that will be set up a little differently than this, but I still intend to do my free live streams a couple of times a month, maybe just once a month, working that out. But in the meantime, we are here today, so thank you for joining. While we say hello, we got Ukulele Magpie in the house from Portland. I'm gonna play a little music for you, and then we'll get into today's lesson. For the entire time. Welcome everybody, thanks for listening. Warming up with a little something from my last CD, After All This Time. For those of you who are here, at the very beginning I played a track off that, just the audio for you to listen to. It's on my CD, After All This Time, a little tune called Keanu Hea. Played a shorter version of it there for you. Normally my wife Sarah is playing her beautiful upright bass with me on that track. She is taking care of our baby boy right now while I am hanging with you. So thanks so much. We got people from Brighton. Thank you so much. We got a lot of cool folks here from Europe. We got people from India. I'm so glad you're here. So let's jump right in. And Jeff Hamilton, Ontario, thanks for joining us. So what I'd like to do is, first of all, if you feel like letting your friends know about this, please share a link to this live stream. This will be rebroadcast, of course, at the same link. And my intention for this lesson is to share with you 5 common mistakes that people make with strumming. And of course, I want to share with you practices that will help you to improve them. So I hope you can stay for the whole time. This is just going to be about an hour. We'll take some questions. I'll provide some answers. And we're going to go through this topic by topic. So if you're interested in joining for the whole time, hope you can, because there's going to be a lot of good stuff I'm sharing with you throughout this broadcast. If you would like to support, at the bottom of the chat there's a little $sign. That is a super chat, and if you click that you can donate a certain amount to me. That would be so appreciated. These live streams are free and open to everybody regardless of what you can afford. They're free to you. If you can support with a super chat, or at one of the links in the description below, there's some places where you can make a donation, leave a tip. I so appreciate that. So let's get into the music. Let's get into our lesson. 5 strumming mistakes to avoid and practices to improve them. Let's have everybody start by, sitting back in their chair. Stuart, you haven't played anything yet. Yeah, so you haven't made any mistake yet. There are no mistakes to avoid. That is one way to avoid all strumming mistakes, is just to sit tacit with your instrument. But what we want to talk about now, and we're going to go through each of these kind of quickly. Mistake number 1 is that often our strumming wrist is just too tight. And we end up strumming from the elbow, as if we had a hammer in our hand and we're banging a gavel like a judge. And this is very common. And in fact, if you see a lot of rock and roll music videos, it's easy to start to think that, maybe this is how you play, that looks super cool, of course, especially if you're wearing an electric guitar down by your knees. But the thing is, to play a guitar or ukulele well, we want to have very loose wrists, and that's what we're going to cultivate right now. The difficulty that this creates in your playing is that when your wrists are too tight, you end up strumming from the elbow and you just don't get the greatest tone. All the beautiful tone of the ukulele starts to go out the window when we begin to bang on it. Also, our hands will get tired. If we're strumming like this, it's very difficult to keep up tempo. So we're going to do an experiment right now. We're going to play a simple song together, a song with just 3 chords, okay? We're going to play C. So go on, join in with me. We're going to play our C major chord. That's our first chord. We're going to play that for 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to play our F chord for 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to play our G7 chord for 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go back to C for 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the pattern is C, F, G7, and then C, and then it goes back to the beginning. So there's C, F, G7, C, C, F, G7, C. Okay, just listen and play along, and let's do a little experiment. Let's have everybody make a tight fist, just right now, really tight fist. And now stick your finger out, and let's try strumming with the entire arm. 4 strums, okay? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top. I can't even go on, my goodness. It's like the ukulele gods are gonna hit me with a bolt of lightning if I keep on doing that. Did you notice that I had to put a whole lot of effort just to keep up with the time, and the sound was not as sweet as it could be? This is what happens. We start to get tired, our hands drag, our tempo slows down. So what is the solution to this? The solution is to, first let's just gently shake our wrists off after that spooky chord experience. And let's bring our hand into a strumming position that's softer. Point your index finger up, touch with your thumb about there. Okay, I like to touch here, not at the tip. I find that it's a little better to touch here between these 2 knuckles. And then you have the tip of the finger to strum with. And now to strum with the wrist, what we would do is we would gently brush the strings, moving the wrist as if we're opening up a door. So go ahead right now, as silly as this may sound, pantomime, just pretend you're opening up a door, turn the doorknob, and while you're doing this, look at the wrist. What does it do? See how it's very loose, it pivots? Yeah. So that is a motion to put you in touch with a loose wrist, and there's another one that I'd like you to try. Pretend you're dipping your fingers in a pool of water. It could be a pond, your sink, bathtub, and now just gently whip the water off the ends of your fingertips, okay? So dip it in. So that's a loose wrist, and that's what we want to strum like, okay? Let's strum again. We'll have 4 beats each chord, and if you can hang with this strum, we'll be using this strum as an example. The strum is down, down, up, down. The classic island strum found in so many musics, from rock and roll to calypso to Hawaiian reggae. It's a very, very good strum to know. The pattern is down, down, up, down. Okay? Let's see if we can play with a loose wrist, and let's keep this going for a few minutes. Then we'll move into the next topic. Here we go. 1, 2, down, down, up, down. Down the way where the nights are gay, the sun shines daily on on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship, and I reached Jamaica. I made a stop, but I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. Had to leave my friends in Kingston town. Keep strumming with a loose wrist. F, G7, C, nice and loose. Once you're here, it's easy to add other things to your strum because your hand is relaxed. One more time. I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, head is turning around. Had to leave my friends in Kingston town. Nice and loose. Sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, head is turning around. I had to leave my friends, slow down, in Kingston town. And there we have it. A little exercise in comparing hard elbow strumming to soft wrist strumming. So that concludes just a brief little introduction, brief lesson in how to avoid this very common mistake of the wrists are very tight. So I would say to take away this one thing, take some time just to feel what it's like to open up a doorknob, what it's like to whip water off your hand, your fingertip, lightly shake the water off your fingertips, because these actions, these exercises will train your hands in being very soft on the instrument. Okay? Are you ready to go on to topic number 2? Let me know in the chat if you have any questions about number 1, strumming with the wrist instead of the elbow. Yeah, thank you very much, Dee. Glad you're enjoying it. Hello, Luisa. Glad you're here. Thank you, Dee from New York. Appreciate you being here. Absolutely, 503 Dude. It is much easier to keep the wrist loose. It's not only for strumming slowly, but as we go faster, and we'll explore that later in this lesson, it's going to be very important to keep that wrist super loose. So thank you very much. Glad you're here. Let's move on to our second topic, okay? Now, what I'd like to do for this one is also offer you some suggestions. The thing that happens with mistake number 2 is that we're connecting with the strings on the incorrect part of the finger. Very often we're touching with a lot of fingernail, or sometimes on the side of the finger, sometimes up here. And if you are playing for a long time like this, I mean, I just strummed 4 or 5 times and I already feel my fingertip getting scratched. Gosh, you could probably cut yourself if you did that for too long. So we want to set ourselves up with the correct contact point, and I'm going to give you a very, very good tip, very powerful tip for how you can do this right now, so your fingers don't get caught in the strings, and you could make just a sweet, sweet tone that's very pleasing to listen to. Let me know if you're enjoying this so far by hitting the like button. Click that like button, and appreciate you supporting with a super chat or with the links below. Appreciate you being here. So the contact point. Contact point is where we are touching the strings. Let me just play a little bit to demonstrate. When I touch with just the tippy tip of the finger, much easier. So keeping just the very tip of the fingernail and the center of the fingernail in touch with the strings is going to be key for playing all kinds of music, but especially if you want to be playing some fast stuff, some funky. Any strum that has you alternating the down and up motion very quickly is a motion where you're going to want to have a very light touch. So I think you understand what I'm saying, but the question is, how do we make this happen? Well, it's all about, what I've found to be true is that it's all about the distance from the palm to the top of the strings. So let me turn my ukulele this way. And when I strum, I am, of course, paying attention to the fingertip and the movement of the wrist and all that stuff. But my first thing I really pay attention to is, where's my arm? Is it hanging out in a relaxed way? And is my palm too close or too far from the strings? Because if it's too far, I'm not going to touch the strings at all. It's just going to be air ukulele. If I'm too close, then I gotta bend the wrist like this to make a sound. My wrist starts hurting. It's hard to play this way. And if I'm too close, I'm probably gonna be touching with a lot of extra finger. And it's very easy for the strings to get stuck on the finger. Not the best way to play. So let's find that place. And here's how you do it. Rest the arm on the ukulele. And I'm going to turn this way so you can really see. I'm just going to point the finger down. That's all. So put the hand up like this and point the finger down. And now I'm just going to move in that way we did before, where we were shaking water off our fingertips. And just connect with the strings, just the very tip of the finger, right? And I'm connecting right there in the middle. Sometimes a little on the side, true, but I'm never touching with the flesh here. I don't do that because it would hurt. So now, let's find that position and let's play below, or with a super chat right at the bottom of the chat bar. Let's talk about the string velocity. String velocity is great, so great to talk about, because it really is one of the things that will determine the quality of your tone, how quickly you're moving through. So I'm still getting some chats that some people don't have sound. I do have sound coming out of my my monitor, so hope you can hear me. And wonderful. Thank you for that super chat surcharge. So appreciate your support. Strum velocity is the speed at which we're moving through the strings. So you can go slowly or quickly. Slowly, quickly. Paying attention to this will add a lot of different choices for your tone and for your accents. As we play faster, the lighter we touch. That sounds like something Yoda would say. As faster you go, lighter you must strum. Let's put this into a swing kind of rhythm. Let's use the chords C, A minor. All right, just those two chords for now. C, A minor. All right, we'll do this kind of like a little bit of a Motown thing. Let me play a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got you. Da-da-da. Now I'm just limiting the chords so we can focus on the strum. The strum pattern that I'm playing is still a variation of down, down, up, down, but there's a few differences, okay? First of all, did you notice how I'm playing hard on beat 2? There was an example of string velocity. 1, 2, and 4. Down, down, up, down. Okay, so it's starting to rain here, so I'm going to talk a little louder. Hope you can still hear me. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down, down, up, down. So there are two halves to this rhythm. The first one is strum lightly, now move quickly. Yes, you are getting more sound when you go faster. And then it's down, 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 up, down. So that's the first half. Down, hard down, down, up, down. The second half is just down, down, up, down. Same strum we were just using before for the calypso song Jamaica Farewell. And this is a big part of controlling your dynamics. So Wen Si Peng, thank you. That's a great point to bring up. Now, when we put this into context, our strum is now going to have some dynamics. It's going to be nicely musical. Check it out. So it's down, down, up, excuse me, from the beginning. Now let's just get clear on this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how strum velocity can really improve your groove. Take a look. Here's the first half. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then down, down, up, down. So I'm accenting beat 2 in the first half, and I'm also accenting beat 2 in the second half. That gives it its drive, gives it its swing. Here we go. 1, 2, hello Trey, glad you're here. 1, 2, let's play together. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for that super chat, Norma Jean. So appreciate it. Thank you, Supercharge, for your super chat. Now we're playing the slow right now. We'll pick it up later. Let's lock in. Come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. So we have a pattern of down, down, up, and then down, down, up, down, up. Remember, don't have to feel locked into any one pattern. If you just keep beats 2 loudly, you can improvise. The groove will still be great. Here it is a little faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear how that beat 2? It's very powerful. It makes you want to get up and groove. You really have much more control over your dynamics through the velocity, the speed. Now, I want to give you a very, very cool way to practice this, and you can do this even when you don't have a ukulele with you. Lassoff Angel, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your appreciation. Thank you for being here and watching. Thanks to everybody who's joined. What I have right here is a ukulele case. It's actually a case for my Journey ukulele. By the way, this is a great little ukulele. I'll play it later. And it comes with this amazing travel case. This thing, it's very small. And there's a lot of cool features to this case. But one of the cool features to this case is that it has a nylon surface. And this is how I want you to practice strum velocity. So please, find something. It might be your ukulele case, maybe it's your jacket, maybe it's the cushion of the chair that you're sitting on, but you want to find something that you can strum and will make a little squeak noise. So I'm going to give you just 10 seconds to find something that squeaks. Go on, something you could make music on. Find something, and almost done. All right, we're back, ready to play. There's a lot of folks in Europe watching. That is a television theme from the US. Every time there's a little wait, you hear that doo-doo-doo-doo. Jeopardy. So, can you make two different sounds on something that's not a ukulele? If you can, control the speed, the velocity of your fingertip. Then when you go to play your instrument, you're going to have a lot more control and be able to make some very interesting tones. So here I go. I'll go slow first. Let's establish the slow. Sound isn't gone, Stuart. It's still here. Can you hear me, folks? Because I see myself. I see my voice making the monitor go up. All right. Now go a little faster. So we make a slow tone and a fast tone. I know this may sound very goofy, but believe me, when you're at a bus stop in winter and you don't have your uke, you can still practice strums and make them very musical. Listen to me solo for a moment. Could you hear that? Could you hear the differences? I hope so. Slow. You can go really slow. Maybe with a little tail up at the end. So there's slow, tail up, and then just go fast. Now you have three sounds actually to control. So try to make a clear rhythm. Let's make a very simple rhythm, just quarter notes. Strum, 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 but see if you can make a different tone each time. And use any finger. If you want to use your thumb or any finger you like. But I'm going to use my index finger. Here I go. 1, 2, let's play explore. People just tuning into this broadcast think this man has lost his mind. I'm going to subscribe to his channel right away. Please subscribe to my channel, Ukulele Zen, so I can get the help I need. Just kidding, of course. Being able to make rhythms on things that aren't instruments is a cool thing because you realize everything is an instrument. Everything has a sound waiting to be liberated. Listen to this different in this sound. Very little different. Just a little different. So do you get my point? I hope you're having fun. The strumming velocity, paying attention to the speed at which your finger moves through the object that you're strumming, whether it's a jacket, a nylon case, or your instrument, is what will make different tones. And it can really help you to practice your strumming rhythms, to do them on tabletops, anything that makes a scratchy sound. Hope you're enjoying this. If you are, please smash the like button and let me know in the chat what you think, how you doing, and where you're coming from. Thank you, Trey. D, absolutely, zippers. Zippers are very handy. This is the Journey uke. I highly recommend it. You know, it came with these zippers and rain pouches for your instrument. Very, very cool instrument. I've played this in a few of my videos. It does work on your cheek, Chuck, yeah. Your strap. Really, I encourage you to explore all the different sounds you can make by going slow, fast, or fast, slow. You will find when you go to strum your ukulele, you'll have much more sensitivity. All right, much more sensitivity of your touch and much more control of your touch. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, 503 do that. It is a very playful thing to do. Feel like a kid scratching the tops of your textbooks and making sure that making sure you don't get caught. But here in this school, nobody's in trouble. Go on, make all the noise you want. How about we move on to the next topic, okay? Appreciate you hanging here. Real quick, just want to let you know, if you would like to support this broadcast, there are links below for donations and also some discount codes for my store, my CDs, and my books, t-shirts, etc. All 15% off. Appreciate you being here. This is going to be my last live stream for a little while. I will be back for sure, but I'm going to take a couple of weeks and get my courses together. Thank you so much to the community at Patreon. If you'd like to support on Patreon, there are links below. Learn all about the benefits of membership. Thank you so much. Patreon is a recurring monthly membership, and there's all kinds of benefits waiting for you there. If you're a patron, shout me out in the chat. Thank you very much for your support. Those courses I will be launching. I'm working on them, and I will let you know if you sign up my mailing list. You get a free download of a track. Thank you so much. Working on them as fast as I can. It's difficult to do anything with this cute guy tugging at me night and day. But they're coming together. I've got a course on rockabilly music, a new chord solo book, and some other surprises coming down the line. So thank you so much for your support. Let's get right back into the lesson. And of course, if you want to send a super chat, just click that $sign in the chat. So that is the end of the commercial break. Thank you for sticking around. Number 3 was speed velocity. The strum, the speed at which our fingers move through the strum. Now, let's move on to number 4, our rhythmic awareness. This is a huge topic. You know, really, you could spend your whole life, and I have been spending a great portion of my life improving my rhythmic awareness. I used to play cowbell in a marching band, in a marching samba band. I was given the humble but important task of shaking maracas, playing guiro, playing cowbell, playing a go-go bell. I would have to hold down ging ging gong gong 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 ging all night long, or folk 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 while the whole brass band danced around me, musically and otherwise. So you get my idea. Percussion is a wonderful way to improve your rhythmic awareness. So if you haven't already, one of the things you can do to become a field player is to play percussion. We're going to play some percussion on our ukuleles in a moment. But you literally become a field player because you're feeling what you're playing. But you also become a field player because we have to approach music a little differently when we're thinking about the groove. Okay? It's a very body-centric awareness, and we're going to explore that right now. Thank you, Mario, for being a patron. Thank you. So let's talk about rhythmic awareness, and we want to be paying attention to the tempo, the speed of the beat, our strum patterns, and where do our strum patterns line up. I'd like to show you a cool little rhythm note. First, take your thumb, tap your bridge. You'll notice that's a nice bassy, rich tone. I have the strings muffled. That's my bass drum. So go ahead, we're going to do 2 hits of the bass drum. We'll go 1, 2. Ready with me. 1, 2. Ready. 1, 2. Hear how the first one comes in on the beat. The second one comes a little early. That's syncopation. So listen to me and then copy. 2, 3, my turn. 1, 2. Ready, you go. 1, 2. Let's do it together. Dun, dun. 1, dun. And just say with your voice, ba, ba. Or you could say boom, 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 boom. Any sound you want. Cha, cha. Cha, cha. Lock in a little more. Yeah, yeah. Good, good. Now we're going to add another piece. That's our bass drum. Right after that, we're going to tap up here. Now, depending on your instrument, what it's made of, whether you have nails or not, tap in any way that works for you. I'm going to tap using my fingernails right here. But you can tap here or here. Somewhere along the top of your instrument, this is another nice place to tap. Somewhere along the upper ridge of your instrument. One, two, three, 1, 2. So it's 5 sounds. Okay, let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2. And you don't even need to tap at a specific place. Just going for a general location up here. Perfect. Ready? Last time, let's do this. You may like to use your thumb the whole time. And let's stop. Nice, everybody. Get some ice on your thumb. Let's now explore another percussive sound we can put into our instrument. We're going to be strumming down and up. And there's that idea of velocity, going faster, 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 faster. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, now let's keep this steady and start to work your way over to this side. And then back over. And just keep it loose. Your rhythmic awareness is locking in 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a... This is a steady stream of 16th notes. I'm stopping right here just to point out an important point and also to file my nail. The important point is that we are locking in to where the pulse is. It says here, attention to where my strum pattern fits into the pulse. So the pulse would be 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E And then where does that strum pattern or rhythm line up with the pulse? In this case, it lines up right on the downbeat. So it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. So you feel there's a pulse, 2, 3, 4. These 4 pulses are filled in with 16th notes. You're dividing that pulse into 4 equal parts. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... Now, as we play any rhythm, it's a good idea to always be rooted, to be grounded in the pulse. You're decorating on top of the pulse a rhythm. But there's always that pulse, okay? And that pulse could be set to a metronome speed. Like right here, we've just determined that it's 69 beats a minute. So you can take your metronome and now tap your foot to that pulse. One part of your body, one part of your mind is locked in with that pulse. 3, 4, 1, 2, and then the other part of your body is exploring the rhythm on top. So, there's a lot to explore with this. Are you still with me? I want to show you one other very, very cool thing with this 16th note rhythm, and it actually is part of a Bob Marley song called Comin' In From the Cold, one of my favorite Bob Marley songs, actually. If we just kept on playing 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E, it's a fine rhythm. But now we can make it even nicer by shutting the sound off on the last of the 16th notes. So that would be this. 1 E and a, 2 E and 3 E and a. Okay, remember it's 1 E and a, 4 strums. The last up strum, we're going to let the fingers muffle the chord. So if you're holding down a C, you do that by lifting this finger up just a little bit and then touching the strings. Then you, when it's time to strum and make sound again, lift these fingers up and push. All right, I'm keeping this as simple as possible just because I know there's a lot of folks here just starting out with music. So thank you for hanging with these fundamental concepts. Now I'm going to just play a little bit and then I'm going to really just play. So take a look. Let me show you slow. 1 E and a, 2 E and 3 E and a. Right after that up strum, you mute right on beat 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So now, not to make your head explode, just 3 things now going on. Got your foot rooted in the pulse. You feel that ooh, chick, ooh, chick, ooh, chick, ooh. This hand in another part of your mind and body is playing the chick, 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 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and. Now this part of your body and another part of your mind is being aware that you can play another rhythm, the rhythm of shutting the sound off every other beat. In this oh sweet life, we're coming in from the cold. And there's some other rhythms I'm playing. all based on the steady stream of 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and So this is a higher degree of rhythmic awareness, and I'm not even starting to play the tune, but just to show you some possibilities. What happens when you're rooted in the pulse, the strum pattern, and then the on and off rhythm of the chords. So that's the left hand rhythm. Now, here's the good news. You're already doing this. You're already doing a version of this when you change chords. If we go back to our first song, so please join me. C for 4 beats, F for 4 beats, G7 for 4 beats, and then back to C for 4 beats. All right, so what we have is this rhythm of the left hand. Every 4 beats you're changing. So there's a rhythm being played by the left hand. What I was doing before is a little more complex because I'm choosing to mute, add, and take fingers off at different times of the rhythm. The first left hand rhythm we all learn is just changing the chords. 1, 2, 3. You know, your left hand is in a rhythm. All right. Let me know how this is going in the chat, and then we're going to move on to our last exercise, our last topic for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you're still here with me. We're going to round out the lesson with one more power tip. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, hope you'll subscribe to the channel, Ukulele Zen, and check out the links below to my Patreon page. There's some other ways that you can support this and the work that I'm doing. Really appreciate you being here, and I hope that you're enjoying the content on my channel. There's all kinds of videos, past, present, and coming in the future. So thank you so much. In this life, in this life, in this life, in this old sweet life, we're coming in from the cold. Coming in from the cold. Look that one up by Mr. Bob Marley. So let's get into the final topic for today. Common mistake made when strumming and when playing. Holding our breath. You know, it's natural. You know, when we go into a situation with effort, sometimes we fortify ourselves. Take a deep breath and maybe hold on to it. Almost you feel fortified. But it's very, very helpful to keep the breath flowing in and out, to keep ourselves soft, supple, and in the flow, the non-stop flow. In and out, this endless exchange between you and the world, the great mystery. So paying attention to our breathing relaxes, focuses your effort, whether you're in the practice room, with friends in your yard, or on stage. So paying attention to the breath is a big deal. So I encourage you to explore all kinds of different forms of breath work, from physical therapy, from yoga, qigong. There's all kinds of wonderful ways to explore breathing, and breathing exercises can really make you very, very happy. In fact, they can trigger all kinds of bliss receptors in the brain. So look up pranayama or yogic breathing exercises and try one out. I've shared a few on this channel in the past, in past live streams. And the power tip number 6, smile. Jimu, you got it. So we'll talk just a bit about breath and have a quick little experiment with it, but let's talk to some folks in the chat. Jim, yes, these are tomastic infield strings on the bass. And then these are Savarez classical guitar strings on top. I play this particular ukulele by Brian Griffin. It needs more tension for it to really pop. Needs a lot of tension to pop over the very loud rain. I don't know if you can hear it. So in order to get that tension, I'm using 2 jazz guitar strings. This is a D string and a G string. D is tuned all the way up to G. Pretty tense. This is G tuned all the way up to C. This is an A string tuned all the way up to E. High E of a guitar, high B string of a guitar tuned up to E, and then the high E string of a guitar tuned up to A. I'll make a video about the strings that I use on this instrument. It makes a big, big difference. This is a Griffin ukulele, and what's special about it is that it has a very unique bracing system, the Kasha bracing system. It's used in guitars. The shape of this bridge is not just decorative. The placement of the sound hole is not just decorative. It's a special design, and it creates much more tone and volume, a very rich tone. There are links below if you want to check out Brian Griffin, who made this, and his work. Brian, I believe, is 86 years old now, sharp as a tack. He's a fantastic instrument builder. So check out Griffin Ukuleles. There's a link below. So any other questions? Mario, no, what does yoga remind you of? Oh. Well, I've just absorbed all the prana from the sun. I'm feeling very open. I'm in love with everyone. I'll have to have the lyrics in front of me for that one, Mario. Thank you so much, though, for the request. And I know I'm exactly in the place I'm supposed to be. How come I still wanna punch someone? 'Cause I'm a Yogi Bear in the morning till I get my Tulsi tea. I'm a Yogi Bear in the morning, gotta cultivate my chi. So I touch my toes, breathe through my nose, try not to scratch the itch. Been doing this stuff a long time, let me tell you, inner work is a bit. It's a song from my CD, Yogi Bear, written some time ago about what happens when you do your yoga in the morning and then you jump in the traffic in your car late for work. So if you play with a very loose wrist, Roland brings up a very important point. If I play with a loose wrist, you lose your timing. So that's where using a metronome is very key. I have a metronome on right here. So, Roland, the thing to cultivate, and this is good for everybody to hear, is to have a body that's loose, but not out of control. So, keep it loose. Try to be right in time. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the power tip I would give to you is to when you use a metronome, don't just put it on and practice for 10 minutes. Do that. But then stop often. Stop and see, am I really in time? So I don't know if you can hear that. It sure is raining hard. 2, 3, 4. It goes. I'll check in with myself. And the metronome. Every once in a while, I'll check in to see that I'm still in the groove, feeling that pulse. All right, so that when you cultivate the wrist being loose, you still want to cultivate rhythmic precision. Just keep on playing. You'll see. It really, really becomes much, much clearer when you're on the beat and when you're off the beat, when you practice with the metronome, just bringing some attention to this. So we are just about out of time. I did want to just share a very short breath awareness, making sure that we're not holding our breath. And there's a very easy and fun way to practice this. Oh, thank you, Trey. That's so kind of you to send that super chat. So appreciate the support. Thank you, everybody. Kimberly, when I say new courses, they will be separate from being a patron. These are going to be courses that have clear program goals, whereas Patreon, there are clear goals in each lesson, but it's more of supporting my channel. And I'm going to be changing my Patreon offerings as well, just a little bit. But the courses will be clear curriculum, videos to support it, and then PDF booklets that help you go through very specific things. It could be, mastering a specific rhythm. It could be about learning how to solo over a particular style of music. But I'm working on a number of courses. The first one will be about learning chord solos. Here's one that's a big favorite of this guy. One thing that the courses will also offer is, while everything is written on a page, there are plenty of variations that I share in the videos. So I'll be embellishing the solos in very simple ways, and you can study those videos and have extra tricks to put into the playing. So, thank you so much, everybody. You participate in the course, PVD Bunt asking how do you participate in the course. They will be for sale, and I will be announcing that when they are ready. The first one will be the chord solos, and then we're working on a couple of other topics. So thank you so much. I will definitely let you know through this YouTube channel, so please subscribe, and you can sign up at my mailing list. Sign up today. You'll get a free tune, something from my CD, Ukulele. Thank you very much, everybody. All right, let's talk about how do we not hold our breath. Easy. Sing. Now, I know singing might seem like, oh no, I don't like to sing. I need to learn how to sing. But I just want you to sing freely, okay? We're going to play this same chord progression to end today. And the chord progression is C, F, G7, C. Lock in with me. Kimberly, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to Illinois this October with all the lockdown here and everything going on. It's hard to say. Might be a little while till I get back out there on the road, which is why I sure love doing these live streams. F. Now, sometimes when we sing, we think, wait, but I need all the words. Let's just sing the universal word, ooh and ah, okay? Try it. Take a deep breath in and just allow your voice to emerge gently. Breathe in. Just a couple of moments of breathing and then sing. Get inside what it's like just to sing one note from a relaxed place. You won't be holding your breath if you do that. If you're comfortable with this, keep going around and explore. I'll do it. Let's do this together. Are you ready? Take a deep breath when you need to. 1, 2, 1. Thank you, Sashay. Glad you're here. Whoa, 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 da, da. Take a deep breath. La, 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 la. Thank you for joining in with that little exercise. You could, of course, do this for a long, long time. Breathe in deeply. Let a little bit of sound out, like you're sighing, and then allow that sigh to come into the most natural note. Don't worry if it's in tune. Don't concern yourself what note you're singing or anything. Just allow yourself to sing the way a bird does in the edge of a bird branch. Just So, do you feel me? You breathe in deeply. Let a little air out first. Sigh. And this note I just sounded a lot like Alma. Thank you, Alma. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate your support. Tell everyone in the villages that I miss them and I wish them well. Thanks so much. So this is, we're ending our time together, but if we had to talk about holding our breath, there's two ways to bring this into your playing. One is just when you remember, when you notice that you're holding your breath, just drop everything and take a big breath. You can keep playing, of course, but just bring a consciousness to your breath. It's amazing what that will do. Next thing you can do is you can go through this exercise consciously of just playing a simple chord progression, something where you could really lose yourself in the beauty of your own voice and explore it. The most open sound we can make is ah. That's why the doctor says open up and say ah, because it really opens up your throat, it opens up your heart. Feel it resonate in your heart. Ah. And then just allow yourself the space just to explore your own voice. There are no wrong notes. And then ooh, ah, la, 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 tra, la, la your way around, taking deep breaths as you do this. I hope that you've enjoyed our time together. We are going to do this just one more time. Now that I've clarified a little more about how to breathe. Thank you so much, Betsy. Thank you for that super chat, for your support. Deborah, I'm so glad that you feel free. Let's just do this for another minute or two, and then we'll end. So hold down the chords and breathe in. Let a little air out. La, 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 la. La 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 la. Ah la la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ah. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Thank you for playing with me. I will be back with live streams. I'll be back with live streams. Some of them will have a little bit of an admission price, helping to keep things moving here. We'll also be doing some free live streams for sure each and every month. My online courses will be unveiled soon through my mailing list, so please sign up for it. Appreciate you being here so much. Hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're not already and you would like to support on Patreon, join our community. There's all kinds of extra stuff there that supports my lessons in patron-only posts, jam tracks, extra lessons, all kinds of cool stuff. And you can also check the links below for links to donate through PayPal, through Venmo, and of course, a little discount on my store. Thank you so much. We thank you so much. We thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that you are staying well. Please keep on jamming. Keep on breathing deeply. And I hope you got a good amount of things out of this session. 5 ways that you can improve your strumming. Remember, the most fun one, I think it's one of the most fun ones, is to take something that's not a ukulele and strum it and explore the speed, the velocity. If you can make your jacket sing, you can definitely make one of these things sing. All right, my friends, thank you so much, Roland. I'll be back, be taking a couple of weeks off, and please subscribe to the channel. We'll be in touch. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate you being a patron. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Norma Jean. Namaste. If you're still here, if you are one of the, I think, 116 people still in the room right now, then join me for one last strum of our ukulele. Okay? Any chord. Pick any chord, and what we'll do is we will strum it, listen to it the way we've listened to singing bowls in the past. Pay attention to your breath and bring your attention in the present moment. This turns your ukulele into one of these. So let's listen to this first, and then we'll use our ukulele to be a singing bowl. Here we go. Thank you, Susie. Thank you for being here. Breathe and listen deeply. All your attention on the present moment. Bringing all of our attention to our breathing and our listening is miraculous. All the things that we're thinking about, our plans, our concerns, they'll be waiting. They'll be waiting patiently for you. So may your practice chair turn into a place where you can sit down and through listening, breathing, and concentrating on the present moment, you can find some peace in it. Now, I know that's a lot different than learning a song. There are plenty of videos on my YouTube channel to teach you how to play things that are in form. If you've watched them, you've probably noticed that I encourage you often just to listen to one chord, allow the body to settle, allow the mind to be in the present, because it's from there that we can really learn in a more effective way.